Ever imagined one person lay motionless on the floor, their body twisted unnaturally? The stark white hotel sheets now soaked in deep red stains. A lamp shattered, a mirror cracked down the middle, the scent of expensive perfume still lingering in the air, mixed with something else, the unmistakable metallic scent of blood. A woman stood nearby. Her hands trembled. Her breath came in short gasps. Her dress was torn. She looked down at the lifeless figure on the ground. Her lips parted as if trying to speak, but there were no words left to say. What happened inside that hotel room? What started as a celebration of love had ended in the unthinkable. A honeymoon turned crime scene. A betrayal so devastating, it cost someone their life. And as investigators arrived, they would uncover a truth far more shocking than anyone could have ever predicted. This is the story of a honeymoon that ended in murder. And the woman who was found standing over the body, her wedding ring still on her finger. Just days before the tragedy, the world saw them as the perfect couple. Jason Carter and Mia Robinson had everything: youth, success, and a love story that seemed almost too good to be true. Jason, 30, was a financial advisor, a man who had built a reputation for himself in high-end investment circles. He was charming, confident, and always seemed to know the right thing to say. With his tailored suits and flawless smile, he was the kind of man people trusted, the kind of man who knew how to make an impression. Mia, 27, was different, soft-spoken but strong-willed, the kind of woman who could light up a room without even trying. A schoolteacher with a passion for art. She was the one who believed in fairy tale endings. To her, Jason was the perfect prince, the one she had waited her whole life for. They met 4 years earlier at a charity gala in Atlanta. Mia had gone with friends, barely expecting anything more than a nice dinner. But then she saw him, standing across the room, watching her with a confidence that made her heart skip a beat. By the end of the night, he had her number. By the end of the year, they were inseparable. For everyone who knew them, their love story seemed flawless. Romantic getaways, lavish gifts, late-night talks that stretched until morning. Jason always made her feel like she was the only woman in the world. And when he finally proposed on a yacht under the stars, Mia thought her life had finally fallen into place. On August 8, 2021, they said their vows at an exclusive beachfront estate in Miami. It was the kind of wedding most women only dream about. A designer gown, imported roses, a 5-star menu that cost more than most people's yearly salary. Jason spared no expense, making sure every detail was perfect. The cake, 6 tiers, handcrafted by one of the best pastry chefs in the country. The guest list, exclusive. The atmosphere, breathtaking. And at the center of it all, Mia, standing before the man she loved, believing with all her heart that she had finally found forever. Tears glistened in her eyes as she spoke her vows. From the moment I met you, I knew my life would never be the same. You are my heart, my home, my greatest love. I choose you now and always. Jason smiled as he took her hands. You are my world, Mia, my everything. I promise to love you, to honor you, and to protect you for the rest of my life. The guests erupted in applause. The cameras flashed. And as Jason leaned in for their first kiss as husband and wife, Mia felt nothing but happiness. But what she didn't know, what no one knew, was that someone else in that room was hiding a secret that would destroy everything. Standing just a few feet away, Alyssa Bennett watched the scene unfold. She clapped when they kissed. She laughed when they danced. She smiled for the pictures just like any best friend would. She and Mia had been inseparable since college. Sisters in everything but blood. They had survived breakups together, celebrated victories together, dreamed about their futures together. Mia trusted her more than anyone. So when Alyssa agreed to be the maid of honor, it was no surprise. She helped pick the dress, planned the bachelorette party, calmed Mia's nerves on the big day. But what no one suspected, what Mia never saw coming, was that Alyssa was hiding something. Behind that perfect bridesmaid smile, something had started months earlier. Something that involved her best friend's groom. And before their honeymoon was over, that secret would turn deadly. With the wedding behind them, Jason and Mia set off for their long-awaited honeymoon. A 7-day escape to the Caribbean. Their destination, the Grand Salera Resort and Spa, an ultra-luxurious retreat tucked away on the private beaches of St. Lucia. The kind of place where celebrities vacation in secrecy, where the air smells of fresh hibiscus and sea salt, where the sound of waves is the only reminder that the outside world still exists. The moment they arrived, it was clear this was paradise. Their oceanfront villa was the very definition of luxury. A private infinity pool overlooking the sea. Floor-to-ceiling glass doors that opened to a secluded white sand beach. A king-sized canopy bed draped in sheer silk. Every morning, they woke to the scent of fresh island fruit and warm pastries delivered straight to their villa. By day, they lounged in private cabanas, indulging in spa treatments and sipping cocktails under the Caribbean sun. By night, they dined by candlelight, the ocean breeze carrying the sound of soft jazz as they toasted to their future. It was everything Mia had ever dreamed of. But as perfect as everything seemed, something was off. Jason had been distant, not in a way that was obvious, not at first. But there were moments. The way he would check his phone when he thought she wasn't looking. The way his eyes darted around the restaurant when they ate. Or the way he sometimes seemed lost in thought, as if his mind was somewhere else. Still, Mia brushed it off. They had just been through the stress of a wedding, after all. Maybe he was just tired. Maybe it was all in her head. And then she saw her. It happened on the third night of their trip. They had just finished dinner, a $540 meal served under the stars, when Mia excused herself to use the restroom. As she walked through the lobby, she froze mid-step. Across the room, sitting at the hotel bar, was Alyssa, her best friend, her maid of honor, the last person she expected to see on their honeymoon. The final chapter spirals into chaos. A confrontation, a betrayal, a blood-soaked villa. Mia follows Jason and finds him with Alyssa. The horror, the screaming, the moment everything snaps. Jason lies dead, Mia in shock. The security footage, the trial, Alyssa's calculated testimony, the public's judgment, and then the twist. Footage appears, Alyssa outside the door, blood on her fingers. Was Mia truly alone in that room? Or had she been set up? Was this a crime of passion? Or of manipulation? Did the bride act out of love lost? Or was she made into a monster by someone who knew exactly what they were doing? The story doesn't end here, because in true crime, the truth isn't always what it seems. Do you believe Alyssa was more involved than she admitted? And if you love true crime, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because next week, we're diving into another shocking case that will leave you speechless.